What's up, Swarm? Welcome to the Tinfoil Hat 1000th episode, live from the Comedy Mothership. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Xavier Guerrero, Johnny Woodard, and Sam Tripoli.
And welcome to Tinfoil Hat live from the Mothership. How are you guys? We fucking did it! We sold it out. I want to give a quick shout out and thank you to Joe Rogan for letting us do this, and my good friend Adam Egan for making it happen. Give a quick shout out to them real quick. We got a great show for you. We had one guest who was supposed to come, and he's not. Alex is like, I'll be there. And then he's like, I wasn't invited. I'm like, okay, it's fine. We still love you, Alex. So we got some great guests coming up. We're very excited about. We're going to have a big fucking show. I want to start off by the show by thanking Johnny and Xavier Guerrero for making the show happen.
Mostly Johnny, I'm not gonna lie. Johnny did a lot of the heavy lifting.
Let's not go crazy, dude. Let's not go nuts, okay? Daddy does a lot of work. I want to start off by asking you both how much you love working with me and how I've changed your life.
Sam definitely changed my life. I want to thank everybody here. I'm not even lying. Like, I didn't think podcasting with Sam. I literally, he says it so many times. I went up to him like, hey, dude, your old co-host left. Can I participate? Can I join? And that was it. I was in it. I was in the team.
This
that was it.
Motherfucker won the lottery, dude.
Lottery.
I'm really not being serious, but Johnny, how did I change your life?
I made the mistake of not saying this last time, so I lived with that for 3 years or whatever it's been. I mean, obviously, it's. I came out to LA 9 years ago to work on Punch Drunk Sports, if anybody out there has ever heard of that, And I heard you. What? How did I end up joining? I don't even remember how I ended up on Tinfoil Hat. It was when you left ATC.
Yeah, I remember it well. I was like, hey, dude, this autistic kid just hit me up, and he wants to work on the show. Should we hire him? It's like, how much do you want? Nothing. Hire him.
I need a little more than nothing these days. But
you're doing well.
Yes, we thank you for that, Sam. We could not afford LA if it wasn't for you. That's for sure.
I mean, it's a blessing, and I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody in this room, everybody who's watching this at home, everybody who's going to see it on YouTube, you guys changed my life. Without you guys, I don't know where I'd be. So I want to say thank you to all you guys for being a part of 1,000 episodes and how fucking crazy the show has been. And it's really fucking nuts because, like, we're always fucking right, yet they still think I'm a fucking retard. It doesn't matter. Like, and it's very weird because everyone's becoming a conspiracy theorist. There's all these shows out there, and it's very weird that, we've kind of changed the game. Obviously, there was, like, no agenda, and the great Carl Woods, Higher Side Chats, and but now there's Tinfoil Hat. There's like podcasts everywhere, dude, and everyone's talking about it.
But that's safe dangerous. The new stuff is safe dangerous. Then they know it's safe dangerous. We come in deep when they get it, it's been done.
Yeah, I mean, we got the fittest flat earther talking about how I'm a fucking clone of Sir Francis Bacon, dude. What a fucking shitty downgrade that is, huh? Start the Freemasons and fucking write Shakespeare, and then I flunked first grade, dude. Like, they always say the clones are worse, though, so maybe it does line up. I should call my mother right now and ask her if I'm a fucking clone. See if that works out. So I wanted to go into like some of the current shit. Like, what was your favorite episode of all time?
Holy shit. Man, I've loved, Merkel was on. I love Tony Merkel, and he was on talking. Do you remember this episode about this guy who would fall asleep and he was getting put to work by the devil? Do you remember? Yeah. Like, he would fall asleep and the devil like had him as a slave essentially on the other side, and he was digging underground. That was my favorite episode. That was
when I was really broke. I was like, in my dreams, I was so fucking broke, and I would wake up so pissed off, and people would be like, why are you so angry? It's like, I owe a dragon $1,000, you know?
That's totally way. He became he's a white guy, and when he went to sleep, he was like Satan's Mexican, essentially. He was digging, and then like he met Lucifer or something at the end of the tunnel. Do you remember?
What a
this at all?
shitty dream that is to be at Home Depot, and then some guy comes and fucking grabs you, makes you fucking work. In a fucking tunnel? Damn, dude.
No, but he met other people that had the same boss on the other. Like it's a thing. What was that?
Yeah.
Yes, the
one
book,
with
right?
The book.
Yes, the book that we found and we're not allowed to talk about.
We're not allowed
exactly,
to talk
yeah.
about it.
We did find that book though.
Do you remember the name of the book?
No, I don't.
Gosh.
It was over $1,000. I remember it was really pricey.
It was very
we tried
expensive.
to buy
Very
it.
pricey.
We should have done a GoFundMe.
We should have bought it. Yeah.
Got somebody to fucking buy it for us, dude.
Yeah. He even like Tony after was like, "Hey guys, don't tell anybody about the book."
Yeah, I love Tony Merkel. Very excited anytime he comes on. What's your favorite show?
Man, not favorite, but one of the craziest ones.
What's your least favorite show?
Huh? No, I'm gonna say the craziest one because we just talked about it. Is Tokyo Punch Drunk. When she came on, I was looking at Johnny,
not
and I
her
was like,
name.
"What
Such a
is
random-
going on?"
That is not her
Like
name.
when the
first of all.
crack hooker came on.
It's Tokyo Cunt Punch.
Yeah,
There you go,
we
Tokyo Cup Punch. My bad. She just came on, and it was like it reminded me of like what I knew Sam was, the Naughty Show. I was like, "Are we doing the Naughty Show?" I thought this was supposed to be tinfoil hat.
Yeah, dude. I used to be a king, dude. I used to be a king. And then I discovered lizard people, and I find my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Jesus!
Do you think that's the first time that's ever been said at the Mothership? So I want to give a shout out to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, real quick. Bang, bro. All my favorite stuff is hidden history, and viruses don't exist. I know the poor staff here, they're going to hear shit that's going to haunt them for the rest of their life. And real quick, guys, if you guys could, please take care of the staff. They're wonderful people. A lot of them are comedians. Take care of them. It looks good on us, so take good care of them. But viruses don't exist, and I got everybody yelling at me on the internet, and that's fine. It's never been proven. I fucking love it. And it's very weird because you try to tell people that viruses aren't real and they don't have to worry about it, and they're so stuck in trauma. They love the thought of trauma. They love the thought of like getting vaccines, and no matter how many people like the autism rate in California is like 2 in 5. Right? And it's like all these mothers refuse to believe that shit. But if I told you, hey, dude, there's a park and there 2 out of 5 children get molested at this park, would you show up to the fucking park? But these moms are like, I don't care. Those are nice swings. I'm going to the fucking park. And I get it, man. I got parents, dude. I got parents. Dana and I were talking the other day. My daughter is consumed with Roblox, and I'm like, I'm constantly showing her these articles like this thing.
To your daughter?
100%. You guys don't understand how smart my daughter is. So the other day, I get a text from the mom. She's like, apparently she was on her pad for 11 hours at your house. And I'm like, well, we just leave it on while we're charging it, so it's not 11 hours. And she told me the craziest shit. She goes, I read something that you wrote, and your daughter wrote, they don't suspect a thing.
What the fuck?
This is a 6-year-old. I'm like, oh my God, dude, I'm raising Lex Luthor, dude. I'm gonna be the dad to Darth Vader, bro. Which has its perks, you know what I'm saying? My daughter rules the world. But it's like, people give shit about the kids on the pads. They're super smart. Like one day my daughter came home. I don't know if I talked about this on Broken Sim or not, but my daughter came home. She goes, Daddy, I got a question. I go, what's up? She goes, do we live on a ball or a puddle? She's 6 years old. And I go, in this house, it's a puddle, okay? At school, it's a ball, okay? Your teacher has a nose ring. We don't want you in detention. But I love all the hidden history stuff. Everything's a fucking lie. Everything is fake and gay. Everything is fake and gay. Like, did you guys hear the news story about the Southern Poverty Center? How many people know about what's happening with the Southern Poverty Center? Okay. Yeah. Nobody outside this room knows what the fuck I'm talking about.
I don't. Can you? What is it?
You don't know
I really
about
don't.
it?
No.
So the
You don't know what it's called for a start. It's the Southern Poverty Law Center. Yeah.
Oh, check it.
It's not that.
I can't. I'm gonna fucking fire you, dude.
Got checked by your co-host on episode 1000 on a live show.
What a way to go out.
To my world, I'm the only one who hires people that fucking fact check me. Okay, you think you'd just be like, let it
You
go?
have a
the
whole
paycheck.
show based on that. We do it.
It is. So the Southern Poverty Law Center. What did I say?
Not. I don't.
Thank
Something
you,
about.
dude. I love you, dude. So they were basically, they're supposed to be fighting hate and racism, and it turns out they've been funding every. You remember when the Tiki Torch guys are coming with perfect choreography and khaki pants? Nazis just don't show up organized like that. Somebody went to Target and bought all this shit, right? Right. Well, now it turns out that the chick who ran it, there was a guy running it. He might be Jewish. I don't know. Word on the street is. Dana's so pissed right now. Give it up for Dana Marshall, who puts up with my shit.
Dana.
She organized all this. Give it up for her. We love her very much. Even though at some point I will fake my own death, okay? We love her. She's a big part of everything. And so this woman who was like very high up there, she not only was funding Nazis, but she was banging them too. How do we stop? We stop racism by fucking racist. That's basically what the Southern Poverty Law Center.
It would help. It would help. I think it would help, dude. If you're racist, you can get fucked. You're a little less racist that day.
That's how I feel when I hooked up with lesbians. I felt like Jackie Robinson, right? And I'm like, I'm the only guy who gets a shot at this, and if I fail, my people never ever get to play again. That's a lot of fucking pressure. When you gotta bang a lesbian for your people.
That wasn't. Not only were they dating, they had a joint bank account where she funneled like $1 million from the
Right.
PLC.
How Nazi was this guy though? Like, it was like a real Nazi?
Like
do you mean?
he's like a part-time
Yeah, he
Nazi.
was like
XG.
I don't
He
know.
did it
'Cause
on the
everybody's a
weekend.
Nazi.
Nazi, I mean,
Everybody's a Nazi lately, so
The
I
rest
don't
of the
know.
time he ran it in and out to feed his children. Like what? How much Nazi is enough Nazi for you, XG? Are we talking like 25%? Like how much is before you get nervous?
Yeah, I had to be over 50. I mean,
Half a Nazi's fine with you? My favorite thing about this fucking country, we're a nation of retards governed by fucking psychopaths, okay? And did I talk about this on the podcast on Broken Sim where I was like, I saw this Satanist. She was screaming about how much she hates racist.
No.
She's like, fucking these fucking racists, these piece of shit. I'm like, I go, you're a Satanist. That's fucking worse, you know? Yeah. Like, I have some racist uncles. They're kind of entertaining, right? Anyone here have a Satanist uncle? Anybody? Who just, is like, hey, dude, let's hope Uncle Tom doesn't get drunk again and do black mass during fucking dessert. But it's like this being consumed with racism. Like, I don't know if you guys saw the 250,000 report in England. Anyone see that in the UK? That came out about how there's 250,000 women have been sexually assaulted. And there's actually progressives all marching against racism of that fucking report.
Jesus. Got real quiet in here.
Yeah, I feel really bad for anybody who wants Starbucks that day because nobody was working that day. They're like taking off for the anti-racist, pro-rapist fucking march. Thank you for enjoying that. Everyone got real quiet. We're at the Mothership. We can talk about rape, everybody. Okay. I'll bring Tony Hinchcliffe out here. We'll do 10 minutes on fucking rape together. But it's like, this is where we live in. And it's like, LA is like that. It's like we got this giant fucking LA mayor vote, which has been totally sabotaged by fucking mail-in ballots. How many people think that there was some election fraud going on there? How many people believe it? I mean, just a couple of the staff people. That's about it. So what they want you to believe is that a woman... I was telling this to Eddie last night. So Karen Bass comes in at 30%, right? Spencer Pratt comes in at 26%.
Yeah, almost 27.
27%. So he's 3 points below her.
Right.
Rahman comes in at 20%, which means she's 7 points away
By
from
comes
him.
in, you mean the night of the election.
The night of the election comes in. They call it for Karen Bass, who's 3 points above Spencer.
Barely ahead of him. Yeah.
But they don't call it for Spencer Pratt.
No.
And you go, how do you know what ballots are coming in?
Because we filled them out. Yeah. We know.
Exactly it. We know what's coming in. We filled them the fuck out. We voted for two things. We voted for the third place person, the second socialist.
Yes.
And then we voted for more taxes.
Yeah, well, and people will tell you, oh, well, the late votes always come in Democrat. But they're both Democrats. It does.
Yeah.
None of them came in for Karen Bass. They
Why
all
would
came
someone
in
who
for
got
Rahman.
20% of the actual live-in vote get 80%
It
of the
makes
mail-in vote?
no sense. Yeah.
Is there a logic why they say it comes in late? Or they get off of work
Because
late?
the
Like, why?
homeless people have to sign it at Skid Row,
Yeah,
and then it
they
comes
have
in
to
late.
teach them to read and write.
Yes, yeah,
Then-
that's it. Yeah.
And once they can do chicken scratch, they sign it.
I don't know. I mean, and it's proven. We have it on video of them paying homeless people to fill out
$2.
ballots. Yeah.
$2.
And nobody cares in LA that's in charge. Nobody at all. It's the most disappointing thing.
All right, so here's what's going to happen. We're going to bring some guests up for you guys. And then we're also going to we have a microphone right there. So we're going to have a little 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes. If you guys can ask any questions, you'll line up over here and we'll do it. Before we announce the new inductees, I shouldn't do that. The new inductees. Yeah, watch that. There's some people getting pretty upset out there, even though I find it funny. Then we're induct the new inductees to the Mount Crushmore, voted on by you, the fans.
Yes.
We had no say in it at all. And real quick, before I bring out our first guest, I just want to say that to those who didn't make the list, okay, it doesn't mean
You suck.
nobody, no, not at all. It doesn't mean you don't like. This is just who the fans voted were their favorite episodes. That's it. Anybody comes on Tinfoil Hat, it's a blessing, and we love you very much. So with that, let's bring out our first guest. He is he's the number one Mexican on this flat Earth. My best friend, Eddie Bravo. Go over here, over there, whichever one you want to do. The one only Eddie Bravo! Eddie!
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Eddie, you were episode number 1 of Tinfoil Hat, December 16th of 2015. No, 2016.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Damn.
We weren't gray back then.
Yeah.
We were full of hope.
Yeah, it was a different time back then, for sure.
And do you remember when I introduced the show? I go, welcome to Tinfoil Hat. You go, hold on, what? Is that the name of this fucking show?
That's a good name.
Yeah, dude.
That's a good name.
I got so much shit for it. Everyone's like, that's the worst name ever. Because at the time I loved NWA. I didn't realize they were CIA, okay? And I was like, dude, those guys own that fucking word. Let's fucking go, dude. And then I'm like, what word or phrase is the most demonized in conspiracy?
What word did they own, Sam?
Say it. Come on. We're at the Mothership. We're at the
Don't say
Mothership.
it.
I
Don't
think
say
that's
it.
the one word.
Who has attitude? Who has attitude?
Don't say it.
Nigga. And I'm banned from the club. But we're going to go out blazing, dude. So I saw that, and I was like, okay, let's find the craziest name. I came up with
Crazy
Tinfoil Hat. Nobody was doing a Tinfoil Hat at that time. So we went with it, and here we are.
I thought it was perfect because at that time, there weren't all these conspiracy theorists out there. There's so many now, thank God. But back then, it was like Alex Jones, a couple people.
Yeah.
And I got really deep into the Clinton body count. And that scared the shit out of me. Those motherfuckers will kill you. So I'm doing the Joe Rogan podcast, and in the beginning, like, no one was watching that shit, so we were like talking mad shit. But then as it blew up, I'm like, they're gonna kill me. So I thought, like, shit. After I would do JREs and specifically go in there and I take a piss. We're about to start. I'm looking in the mirror. I'm like, shadow box going, dude, shut the fuck up. Stick to MMA and pussy. I'm like, come on, don't be stupid. You don't want to be fucking hanging with some rubber bands. And if you look at some of them, I did like 80. I had no idea they just piled up so quickly.
Holy
some
shit.
Some of them, yeah. If someone would have asked me, how many have you done? I would be like 20. And then go, no, dude, 87. I'm like, oh, they're gonna kill me. So some nights, some days I would just get so drunk on the show, I would just start going off. And I remember driving home fucking looking for black helicopters and shit. Like, they're gonna kill me. So when he came up with tinfoil hat, I go, that's perfect. It sounds like diffusing. Like, who's gonna take tinfoil hat podcast seriously? So I go, that's fucking perfect. I want to do, we were talking about doing like a comedy festival thing with conspiracy theorist comics or red pill comics or whatever you want to call them. But I didn't want to say like the truth convention of comedy or something like that, because the CIA would send plants right away, dog. They would send them. So I'm like, what could we name this thing so that the CIA just ignores it? And I thought, and it's going to happen, fake Bigfoot invasion. And we had like a poster one because he made a shirt of it once. I'm like, we're gonna do a festival, so no one's gonna fucking take that shit seriously. You know what I mean? And it'd be like Bigfoot, like a giant hologram of Bigfoot coming out of the fucking woods, and there's a bunch there, and everyone's scared running, and then you could see the drones with the hologram technology. We're gonna do that one of these days.
That T-shirt's available at tinfoilhattshirts.com.
Fake Bigfoot invasion. I love it.
And so I remember when the show started popping off and getting really big, and then we would post something, and then all you guys would show up. And I was like, dude, they're like a fucking swarm, dude. They just show up, and that's where the name The Swarm came from. And I remember Tony Hinchcliffe's like, you got a name for your fans? And I was like, dude, they just swarm, bro. They just show up and fucking, they regulate and they fucking respect and they show up. So I want to talk to you. We've had a lot of talks about Trump and all that shit. And like, anyone else getting a little weirded out by the flip that just happened? Now we got Trump, we got JD Vance going off on Israel, and I'm just like, what is happening? What do you think's going on? Have you been following it at all?
I've been following it, but I'm not really going out there making statements. I'm just waiting to see it all play out. You know what I mean? Because it is pretty scary, you know, with Trump putting on a yarmulke and kissing the wall. I'm like, you better be playing 5D chess, motherfucker. There better be something to this. Because it's very scary, and he's surrounding himself with Zionists like, fuck. You know, but no matter what people think about Trump or whatever, if he went against Biden again or Kamala again, I'm going Trump 1,000,000% of the time. Because we know that the Kamala side and the Biden side, fuck those demons. We ain't going back to that. Some people are like, oh, let's go back to that. I'm like, no, we ain't going back to that. We ain't going back to that shit. You know what I mean? So hopefully, I don't know what's going on with Trump. I don't know. So
but it's very weird him going off on Israel right now.
But think about that one. Think about that one post he made. The most ridiculous political suicide post he made, where he called.
Which one?
Easter. The one on Easter?
No, the one he went. No, the one he did a bunch. But the long one where he said Tucker, Candace, Megyn Kelly, and Alex Jones are low IQ individuals. Yeah. I'm like, he knows that everybody knows that he knows that's bullshit. Like, why would it? He's not that stupid. You don't become president twice or 3 times and be that. You can't be that dumb. Well, there's George W.
I was about to say,
I take that back. But and then in the same post, he says, "Oh, these motherfuckers, they couldn't even hang in TV. Now they're doing podcasts." And I'm like, he knows that everybody knows that he knows that's bullshit. What's going on here with this shit? And then he goes, oh, and Candace, she's fucking talking. She thinks Macron is a man. And she's way more beautiful than Candace. I'm like, oh my God. Candace is hot.
Gorgeous.
She has a princess face.
future black.
So he knows that everybody knows that he knows that's bullshit. It was so over the top. I'm like, there's something going on here. I don't know. So I don't really say shit. Let's watch it all play out. You know what I mean? Of course, we don't want to fucking World War III. Of course, when he started bombing Iran, we're like, oh my God, what the fuck? Am I gonna have to move to Greenland? Like, what the fuck? So let's see how it all plays out. So far, no boots on the ground, but as soon as there's boots on the ground and there's a real war, who knows what, Israel's gonna do to Lebanon and Beirut. They might blow their ass up tomorrow. I don't know. And then we're right back in it. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But the only thing I do know is the truth is not being broadcasted. That's all I know. So if what you believe...
You mean on mainstream media?
Exactly. Yes. And, a lot of podcasts too, you know what I mean? It's not just mainstream media. It's like, dude, you think they're not all up in podcasting too? You know what I mean? They're not stupid.
The way that people still love Obama is laughable to me. And they're like, oh my God, I miss Obama so much. And it's just like, it just lets you show the power of propaganda. Because they should look at Trump, even though I would take Trump over probably everybody up to JFK. Now, that doesn't mean I think he's perfect. That's the position of a war criminal. Like, good luck getting a unicorn in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, good luck. I mean, like, dude, if you keep getting let down by these motherfuckers. But, the fact that nobody looks at what Trump is. I remember somebody's like, maybe Obama should get back in there and have a cookout at the White House. I go, well, he did order fucking hot dogs and pizza for $650,000 fucking dollars.
And he ran out of bombs. He literally ran out of bombs.
He ran out of bombs.
Ran out of bombs.
Dude.
Okay, that right there, this whole we're running out of bomb shit in Iran, like, fuck you, we're running out of bombs. Oh, they're running out of bombs. We ran out. We spend like trillions a year on the military. We're not running out of fucking bombs. So I'm like, why are they saying, oh, we're or maybe they're like, damn, didn't you buy bombs? We gave you a trillion. Like, we had to buy a couple islands, you know what I mean? Because we can't use Epstein's no more. I'm like, dude, you guys didn't run out of fucking missiles like that. Like, and you know what the crazy thing is? Like now that the people are jumping off the Trump train, and I don't know where the fuck I'm just letting this play out, like I said, but we're starting to notice shit about Trump that we didn't notice before. Like people that were pro-Trump, like, that motherfucker orange as fuck. We blocked that shit out before. But now I'm like, what the fuck are you putting on your face, dog? Right? Starting to notice little shit we didn't notice before. Like, what's up with the orange makeup?
I'm going to say something about the UFC, and it's like, you can have your issues with pay and all that. Looks like all the fighters got paid really well for the Washington, D.C. fight. But, bro, Dana White, you can say anything, and that guy doesn't fucking fire you, dude. Yeah. Like, he's like Michelle Obama as a man. Nothing. Dude. No, I mean, like, dude, that's not free speech. It has nothing to do with the government, but it is about free expression and not cancel culture. And so I hear a lot of people, a lot of comedians, especially in L.A., crying about the fact that Austin, everybody says retard and faggot, right? And they get really upset about, clap for that.
Yeah.
And the reason everybody says that is because everybody says that in their real life. And all we're doing is just being real on stage. Now, you got these people, they're just using it as an easy joke. I go, well, I don't hear you complain about black people using the N-word or female comics talking about their pussy and doing essay jokes or gay people saying the F-word about gay people all the fucking time. You've lost the culture war, dude. That's what this is all about. You're upset about the culture war. And, like, I know that, like, gas is super high and I'm not okay with that. If you want to go, I think this whole war, if it's not even a war, whatever happened in Iran is a giant fucking psyop. Thank you, 3 people. It's a giant psyop, okay? And it's the raised gas prices. The gas that you're pumping right now was pumped 2 years ago. It's not even the gas in the gas fucking pumps. This is all about jacking the price up, okay? It's all about that. That has nothing to do with what's happening in the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, that has nothing to do with it. This is a giant psyop. And then one of Johnny Woodard's best jokes ever is that the Greater Israel Project is like the Kevin Bacon of conspiracies, right? How everything is five degrees from the Greater Israel Project. And because I thought it was a really weird war, dude. You had like Iran bombing whatever they're bombing in Israel, but Israel's attacking Lebanon. Like who does?
Yeah,
that?
that's a weird one, huh? Yeah,
Who's
that is
getting
strange.
attacked and then starts attacking somebody else? Does that make any fucking sense at
I
all?
don't understand so much of it because one of the main things I don't understand about what's going on in the world is most people agree that the media, the entertainment business, newspapers and all that, mainstream news is controlled by Israel, right? Or is that not right? It's right? I don't know. That could be a psyop. Like, no, dude, Mexicans actually run Hollywood. I'd be like, fuck yeah. Shit, if Mexicans ran a fucking Hollywood, shit. I'd be like fucking Ricardo Montalban up in this motherfucker.
You'd be the Von Damme
Dude,
of Hollywood.
I'd run Hollywood, dog. I'd have fucking a crazy mansion up on Laurel Canyon and fuck. Hanging out with the Manson grandkids. But, okay, Israel running our mainstream media and the entertainment business, right? Wouldn't you, and Trump is the most pro-Israel president of all time, according to Israel. They make statues and shit. They made a hotel. They're so like, Netanyahu's like, you're the greatest American president for Israel. Like, they're so happy. They're like giving him awards and shit. You would think Israel would go to Hollywood like, shut the fuck up about Trump. Show some love, okay? Or you ain't making no more movies, motherfucker. You would think, right? That doesn't make sense to me. I don't know. Make that make sense.
Wow.
I'm going to just tell you, I think Trump is a chaos magic sorcerer, and that's it. And, regardless of whatever you think of Trump, and we could have a lot of problems with things that Trump's doing, all this shit is out in the open. And, the whole thing came out about, and I want to bring our next guest up in 2 seconds, is that, Epstein was behind Q, and Q on 4chan, but I think it blew up in their face. I think they were trying to control it, and they decided to control the message. And, I know Kurt has some really strong opinions on it, but I think it got away from them, and everyone's really waking up. Now, I'm going to get into why I don't tweet about Israel as much anymore, because I think you can't pass anti-Semitism laws without anti-Semitism. So we're playing into these Noahide laws by calling out this shit all the fucking time. So I'm pulling back on that shit because that's what they want. They want us all pissed off at the low-hanging fruit, okay? It's all sorcery, dude. There's Kabbalah sorcerers, Jewish sorcerers, Jesuit sorcery, Muslim sorcery. They go around a black cube in Mecca. It's all fucking there. So I want to hear more about this. Please welcome one of my favorite people on planet Earth. I love him so much. He's one of the best that does it now. He's a supercomputer. Please welcome Kurt Metzger!
Over here. Kurt.
Oh, I heard a lot of anti-Semitism backstage, and I just came to correct it. Is there an ash right now?
Yeah, you could do. Just use Johnny's hat.
There's one right back there.
How dare you?
Right over there.
All right, this will
Hey,
do.
get up and grab one of those,
I give
please.
him a-
No.
I give him
Okay.
So you saw that Trump betrayed Israel today?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. How about this? Why don't you try doing something for Israel once in a while?
So, Kurt, today you were shooting a pilot, right? Are we excited about it? No, it didn't happen.
No, today I was doing Mystery Boys.
Okay, Mystery
Number
Boys.
one.
Number one.
It's killing it.
Mystery Boys. Has my episode dropped yet?
No, but you know what we recorded today? The dude from the Secret Space, Daryl James from the Secret Space Program. It's the best Secret Space Program story.
It's so secret it doesn't exist?
No, he like fucked up on his first day and had to go break rocks on the moon. Like his whole thing is he gets recruited and then he fucks up because he poked some lizard in the eye and they got real mad at him.
What?
Because he thought the guy was trying to kill him, but he wasn't. Like the lizard wasn't even bad. It turns out.
It was a good lizard.
Not good, but just like not trying to kill him.
But there's good lizards?
Then there's bad lizards.
Look, I know you're
Enoch,
anti-Semitic, but
Land
it
of the
takes all
Lost.
kinds. What?
Land of the Lost. Enoch, he was the good lizard.
Yeah.
Remember that shit? The
Yeah,
Slee
yeah,
stacks?
yeah.
And Slee stacks, and then the good one was
What's the
Enoch.
legal Delta 9?
Yeah, I'm not. I have a problem with drugs and alcohol.
Oh.
I smoke that. I'm gonna smoke meth and try to suck my own dick.
Oh my God. That's the secret of immortality.
Yeah, it really is. That's where they got the snake that eats its own tail. That was a guy trying to suck himself off.
That is exactly what happens if you go back in time and kill your own grandpa. You become immortal and without sin. A snake sucking his own dick for all eternity.
So I've been blessed to be on a text thread with a group that's called Sam Tripoli TP USA.
No, it's called Turning Point Sam Tripoli.
Turning Point Sam Tripoli.
I didn't want to let Sam into it. I'm
He did. He wouldn't let me into my own group forever.
But I assured him if something happens to him, the group will continue.
Listen. So, and this thing is deep, guys. I mean, deep. I have to Google shit that they're typing, and it's like kind of like double Dutch, and I'm afraid to jump in and just start doing fucking something, dude, because they're so fucking deep. What's the best, craziest, deepest thing that you can remember from Turning Point Sam Tripoli?
We solved Danny Elfman mystery.
Okay.
Did you know about Danny Elfman? It's
No,
creepy as shit. I'll just put it that way. And yeah, guy's a fucking weirdo.
Okay, can you tell us about it? Because
Well, he's covered in sigils and fucking the hand of the philosophers in the middle of his chest. Okay, and he's jacked. He's 70 years. Oh, by the way, he's straight. I think that's the craziest thing.
when a guy deep into
He's this orange ginger clown man who's 70. He's jacked and straight as an arrow. And he's married to Bridget Fonda. Remember Bridget Fonda?
yeah, I've heard of her.
Okay, well, I mean, she looks like a 6-year-old woman from like the 50s now. And he's jacked. And
G.I. Jane, is that what we're talking about?
no, that's
Jane Fonda.
okay.
No.
Remember Jackie Brown? Remember Jackie Brown?
Yeah.
When De Niro kills the surfer girl.
You
Oh,
want
that
me to suck my own dick, don't you?
He really does like us.
Would that be so bad? Anyway, Bridget Fonda is. What?
Hananoid Jane, that's right. Are we talking about the same person?
No,
No, okay.
that's Jane Fonda.
Jane
Okay, the whole Fonda family are fucking.
Oh, it's her niece. It's like ChatGPT if it was an audience member.
Anyway, did you ever see
Single.
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
now I know who you're talking
Is
about.
everybody caught up?
Single white female. Good.
Look,
call.
she's fat now.
Who is it?
She became. I am.
Oh my God.
I'm no Danny Elfman.
I'm
I'll tell
losing
you that.
precious inches on my dick right now.
Are you?
Oh yeah, dude. And I
That's
don't
why
got a
I'm
lot
telling
to
you, you
lose.
gotta bend down and suck it back out of your body. It's coming up in there. Take a hit and limber up and get to work. Look, we solve a lot of stuff. I can whip out my phone and tell you if you want.
Yeah, I mean, we'd love to hear it.
All right, I'll tell you the last thing is going to be like probably.
Hey, dude, this shit is who's. Can you say who's in it, or is that secret?
Say that again?
Can you say who's in the chat?
Okay, here's just one random.
Why do you have grandma font? You have like the largest letters I've ever seen. It's so fucking huge.
49, I got bad eyes, you little shit.
It's so big, dude.
Hey, says
I
the
can
guy
look-
wearing
I can, like,
glasses. By
read
the
it
way,
from all the
Johnny's
way
wearing
over.
glasses, so you would, if you didn't have glasses, you would need it that big too, though.
Dude, I couldn't read shit from. Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
wouldn't recognize
You look white right now to him.
What
can't see
percentage
far or
of
close.
What percentage of men can suck their own dick? Do you know?
Of this table, what percentage of men at this table?
Guess.
I'm gonna go with 20%.
No way.
No.
That's way too high.
0.03% of
There it
the
is.
male population can suck their own dick. Get on Perplexity or whatever the fuck that is. What's it called?
What is it?
Perplexity?
It's like Joe Rogan and 3 other.
Yeah. But you know those people that always say, oh, if I could suck my own dick, I'd never leave the house.
Yeah.
I'm like, bitch, do you jerk off? Yeah. I'm like, why do you still go rub and tug?
Yeah, good point.
Doesn't make any sense.
Got him. Yeah.
That was
Sucking your own dick ain't that great. Okay?
And
I don't know nothing, but it's not that great. You fucking pop your disc in your neck and shit. You know what I mean? Like you get that C1 and C2, you gotta go get it shaved off. No, get stem cells. Like, dude.
Get stem cells. I wonder if you get a discount if you can prove you can suck your own dick. It's like,
Where?
you're a chosen one. Here's some stem cells.
It's crazy.
Okay,
back
here's
to
something fucking nuts if you want to hear it.
Of course. What are we, assholes?
Okay, so Dr. Heather Lynn was in the Lucis Trust. Do you know what that is?
She's in there? What if she's in the group?
Not now.
Yeah.
I said was.
Did you kick her out?
No, she was in it and got creeped out. It was a correspondence school where they made you do remote viewing and shit.
Oh, okay.
And they have these creepy worksheets that are like everything's in a 26-year cycle. And they'd be close your eyes and envision this, and she did, and all of a sudden she started seeing shit, and she got freaked. Anyway, she can tell you the story. But behind the scenes, they teach the initiates that Shambala is the etheric seat of planetary will, ruled by a Venusian being, identified with both the Ancient of Days and light-bringing impulse, transmitting a first-rate destroying... By the way, in the UN, this is the little churches in the bottom of it. This horse shit is what...
Which one is?
Lucis Trust. You know the UN has like a meditation room with
Yeah.
a fucking stone altar in it?
Yeah.
And modern art? That's the fucking church of the future, is this shit.
Oh, really? Dude, this is all the chat
Okay,
is. And then,
Shambhala is also the residence of Sanat Kumara, whom Bailey calls a lord of the world. Alice Bailey, you know that creepy bitch? The Ancient of Days, the one initiator, blobby bloop, and let's see.
this is the whole
God.
chat, by the way. And then I just throw a dick joke in there just to lighten it up.
Oh, the rods of initiation are said to be real for anyone who saw this shit show that was Disclosure Day. The rods in the film function like the Luciferian rods. They're not metaphors. They're magnetized and charged with energy, blah, blah, blah. So did you see Disclosure Day from Steven Spielberg?
Who saw Disclosure?
Not yet.
Yeah, the real disclosure was the friends we made along the way. I swear to God, that is the story. That is really the story. I'm not trying to be a meme about it. And then also, it's like these kids got lured out of their houses with Disney music and molested by aliens in a fucking... I swear to God. That's in the movie.
Wait, that's the...
Can I ask
okay.
you a serious question?
Okay.
Why do
Yeah, I did once. I couldn't... I got just past the helmet.
Why do
It doesn't change your life.
did you after that did you feel like you had a superpower?
No, thank God I locked my door in my room because I had this chair that looked like if you pulled the base of it, you could probably suck your own dick.
Yeah.
And
So you tried it.
just as I got my dickhead in my mouth.
That was it.
Oh, is that gay? You give yourself a hand job. Shut up.
I'm not
I don't
judging.
go all the way to mouth.
I'm not judging.
Then my mom started banging on my door that I locked. Thank God. Kurt, are you masturbating? I swear to God. She had never explicitly told us not to suck our own dick in the house, but it was understood. Like she knew something was going on in the house.
I think if a
You know what I
mom
said to
walked
her?
in.
Wait, you know what I said to her?
What?
No, shut up, Mom. Stop embarrassing me. I told her to stop embarrassing me.
So if sucking your own dick,
Her oldest son sodomizing his own face in her house. And I go, stop embarrassing me, Mom.
I love your rebuttal to sucking your own dick is gay. You're like, yeah, if you jerk yourself off.
I've had this argument a lot.
No, that's huge. That's huge.
That
but
breaks the matrix.
But is it gay if you come in your own mouth? Yeah. Is that gay? Why is that gay and sucking your own dick ain't gay?
Welcome
It's
to
either
Tinfoil
both
Hat.
gay or-
1000
You know what?
It's
It
either both
depends.
gay.
Okay, that's a great question.
It's a conspiracy.
Great question.
You can't have it both ways.
It depends if you're looks maxing. So, if I'm trying to cut weight, to go in my meth my meth cycle.
Protein, but it's protein. I thought it was protein.
Right, I gotta cut down on my calories. I can't waste any protein because I'm not gonna be eating more.
It's your own protein. It's probably.
But that's
like,
only during the
cures
cutting
cancer.
phase. I think
That'd be
that,
like drinking your own pee, right? That's like even
drink your own pee.
higher.
Yeah.
Drink your own pee, swallow your own cum.
The problem is, I just found out recently that women.
Cum has electrolytes.
No, that women on average probably has like some bioflavonoids in those, that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Like, oh, my back doesn't
Probably
hurt
got like
anymore.
creatine, like full.
It's a stem cell.
You know what I mean? Can you imagine? If drinking cum, like that's why gay dudes are always yoked? Like, why are gay dudes always giant? Maybe it's the cum.
The little extra protein. It's that little extra protein they're getting in them.
Well, it does help women with being happy. The more of the sauce they get, the happier they
Is
are.
that a girl?
Yeah, of course.
Say woo!
We got a cock zombie over here.
No, you know what I found out? I found out that the average length of a female orgasm is 30 seconds to a minute and a half.
If it exists.
And no,
That's the thing, though. Have you ever seen one?
We're gonna
let's assume it exists.
Yeah, like space.
Have
We've
you ever
heard
had sex?
about it.
Have you ever had sex that like I've had sex? I thought they were going into epileptic seizures.
Yeah.
They're like, I'm like, shit. My dick sucks. My orgasms last 3 seconds. They go so quick, and I get post-nut syndrome so quick that when I'm jerking off and watching porn, I want to turn that fucking thing off immediately. I still got jizz on my thumb. I'm like, I gotta get back to some emails. I thought it was normal to have 3-second orgasms. I'm like, motherfuckers are having 30-second orgasms? And I found out my dick's too sensitive. It has too many veins. I thought it was like I'm a chump, like a 2-pump chump. It was a mental thing. You know, it turns out
It's a vascularity issue.
I have an over-saturation of varicose veins on my dick.
Too vascular.
That's real. And I got one big vein that goes over the top like Lou Ferrigno's fucking bicep.
You call that the gray wall?
The doctor said we can remove that. That's the problem. Like, shit, that's the problem?
Will you use a laser?
But it's $15K to remove that big-ass vein.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
ooh. And it's not guaranteed.
Let's not go with
Fuck
me.
wait, it's
They
not
said if
guaranteed.
it works, if it's successful, I could add like 8 minutes to my intercourse sessions.
Well, would you want to come for 30 seconds as a man?
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, I was yeah, no, never mind. Yeah, you're right. No, I take that back. Yeah, I take that back. Yeah.
Hey,
if I can
you're out
multiply
there,
my
you're
that
coming
feeling
for 30
times 10.
seconds, you have no idea how fucking lucky you are. There's bitches out there like, I only come for 35 seconds. It goes by so quick.
What woman says
Like,
that?
bitch, this is my orgasm. Fuck.
So you are clocking it.
Dude, I
You are
come
hitting
so
the
fast.
timer.
I come so
I was
fast.
about to ask if you were timing it. And you said that. Right. Well, I mean, that's scientific measurement, right? It's got to be that.
Why do you think aliens don't probe black people?
You think they don't?
What?
Yaphet Kodo from Midnight Run and Homicide, Life on the Streets. He has a kidnapping experience of aliens. Let's call it what
There
it
you
is,
go.
kidnap and space rape. Let's call it what it is.
Space rape.
Or probing.
That might be the name of
Let's
the
call it a probing.
I like it
if
better
a Puerto
space
Rican
rape.
get it to you.
We might have to bring it back a little bit.
Nah, stop making excuses for them. These fucking
Those are some
ET
buzzwords.
sex tourists.
Before the show, we go, listen, there's a couple words. If they're said, we got pulled back. If anyone mentions space rape, we got to bring it back.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's that bad? Does the space make
Do they
say
harvest
rape?
your semen? You think it's going to be a bad 3
Isn't
seconds
it weird?
for you?
Isn't it weird? Like on YouTube, there's certain words you can't say. They gotta blurb out rape and suicide.
You got to blurb out
Molestation.
semen?
You can't say suicide.
Yes.
You can't say suicide.
I usually
Isn't that
say,
crazy?
yeah, I
You
say
can
semen
fuck.
side.
They let you say fuck all day.
I say
Oh,
slip
man.
and slide.
You slip and
But why
slide?
can't you say suicide?
Because you live in a nightmare tech Satan algorithm. What do you want from me? I'm just
know-
the guy that got his own dick helmet in his mouth one time. I'm not. Otherwise, I'm just like everybody else.
So
They harvest your semen.
they harvest your semen.
Oh, it's a bountiful harvest. And I don't know why.
Is it a season that they do it?
I think
Every
it's-
spring they're like,
It's like fuel.
fa la la la.
No, I think it's fuel for their ship. And, they go, hold on, let's stop at this guy's house and top off before we hit the. There's no more place to get jizz in the entire solar system.
You know how many people they gotta do that to fill up a tank?
Yeah, millions. There's
Millions. They don't care.
They're called
You don't know that.
experiencers.
You're right. The tank could be small. They don't need. They could not need a lot. You're
It
right.
might be a hybrid, part sunlight, part jizz. They might.
How would you handle it, Eddie, if you wake
And like
up?
the cheap jizz, if they sold it and it actually built protein and like muscle and all that, the cheap jizz would be like you get Mexican jizz. You know what I mean? That would be the cheap jizz.
I'm not trying to get
We work
pregnant. I'm trying to
hard.
get muscles.
What do you think is the primo jizz?
Primo jizz got
El Primo, the
black.
Mexican brand of jizz.
Black.
Then why don't they abduct more black people?
Not that many
If
of them
it's-
live in the country.
Are they too fast? They
Are
can't
you
catch them?
advocating the racist?
He's too fast.
We can't get these Twitch fiber people.
Did you just do Tony?
This is just nonsense talk. They get them all the time.
There's a lot of black people
The
kidnapped.
most famous Zimbabwe case ever.
Tell us about it.
Oh, I think it's bullshit because a flying saucer lands at some kindergarten in Rhodesia.
Well, you know what? You know how
And
hard
then
it is?
wait, and then it says, "Hey kids, don't pollute."
Wait, really?
Oh, thanks,
that's
space
so
rapists.
funny.
I didn't know nuclear weapons are bad. Thank you. Oh, thanks for coming to Zimbabwe,
Space.
the place where the message will do the most good. That's where you know it's bullshit. And plus, all the ones that are before 1980 are a warning about nuclear weapons, and all the ones after is warning about climate change. Is that interesting? Almost like it's a paid
I
for.
would love if aliens
PSA.
talk to us in baby talk. Oh, we're here to see your leader.
It sounds like they do. All the stories I hear, they sounds like real insulting to your like they just gaped your fucking ass on a weird metal table, and then they show you, oh, Earth climate change. You're like, did you just fucking rape me? Fuck you. Tell me not to pollute. Well, oh, are you victim blaming me? Is that what this is? Well, I guess it's my fault we have nuclear weapons. Thanks. You know, we got a president that you could thumb his asshole because he's in charge of that. I'm a guy that works at a fucking Target in the middle of southern Michigan area. Well, thanks for bringing it to my attention. I'll just get back to work tomorrow. Let everybody know nukes are bad.
So, real quick, let's check in with the crowd. How many people are regretting coming here right now? I wanted to talk about lizard people in Israel, but kind of space rape. Oh, that's so fucking funny, dude. I was hoping we were wearing your cool wigs tonight. Give it
thought
up for
this
the
was a
king of the
show.
Twinks, everybody, real quick. Kurt
The
Metzger.
Twinks?
The Twinks, the king of the Twinks.
I thought I was doing a set. I forgot it was a podcast.
So did Eddie.
I think Eddie did that.
Eddie thought it was a podcast.
I was all
It a
studying.
comedy show.
Like, I gotta go over my material.
Yeah.
'Cause it's not stand up. I'm like, oh, okay. I like this better.
That's
fresh.
Wait, it's so much easier.
It is so much easier.
I would have never brought up sucking my own dick, so thank God.
Yeah, that's part of disclosure. We've had a number of disclosures here tonight.
So Steven Spielberg was like, this movie,
Spielberg!
this movie could end religion as we know it. I'm like,
Well,
what?
we need to learn empathy, is what we learned from Spielberg.
Yeah.
And that's, I swear to God, disclosure. Well, could humans relearn empathy? Really, Spielberg? Is that? Did the aliens say anything about Gaza, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to learn empathy. The guy from the Mega Group.
I've been saying that forever. Like, these aliens are worried about nuclear war, but they don't give a shit about what's going on in the Ukraine or in Gaza. They're like, we have other things to deal with. You know, that was my baby talk. You remember that joke that I did?
That was good.
Thank you.
I heard Spielberg and Tom Hanks threw Cappy off that bridge. Tom Hanks, by the way, if you go back and watch his movies, like, he's a fucking creep, dude. He was never, first of all, he's like really a lot of energy and stuff, but he's never been funny. He's literally just saying, parroting things from TV. And
You didn't see Bosom Buddies?
No, I didn't.
Bosom Buddies is pretty good.
I'm not a big porno guy, so
It's kind of.
you know, when I'm stuck on my own dick, I can't really see.
I can't really see it.
Oh, that's perfect.
I guess I can put my phone
Hey,
on the
can
floor.
someone
You start off with porno, right?
Can you put? Is there a porno called Bosom Buddies? There has to.
Hold on, you don't think there's a porno
Okay,
named Bosom
I
Buddies?
think
Oh, there is. Of course, right?
Okay, I think it's called Bosom Buddies, not Bosom.
Well, how do you,
Like they're
how do you say it?
alcoholics that live
I
together.
thought he said.
Booze and buddies.
I don't even know, dude. I don't even know what bosom means, and I've never used.
Bosom.
I've never used bosom in any
Bosom.
conversation ever in my motherfucking life. Yeah, that dude got some bosom. I never did that.
That would mean he had tits.
So I don't even know what it means. Bosom, buddy.
Bosom.
What
Bosom.
does it mean?
It's breast, your chest.
It means your tits.
Bosom. Bosom.
No fucking way.
Yeah. Like men should not have that.
45 years later, I figured that shit. But the premise of that show, Bosom Buddies, was Tom Hanks and this other dude. Tom Hanks and this other dude. It's perfect. Now looking back, going, damn, no fucking shit. They wanted to live in an all.
It's about
women-
trannies,
They
dude.
wanted to live in an all-female apartment complex.
It's like some like it hot as a six.
So they had to pretend they were women. They dressed like women, and the landlord was fooled. But all the girls living there, they knew that. Did the girls know? The girls didn't even know, right? Like
I
Donna
never
Dixon-
watched it. I never watched it after I turned off after I
You're
came.
too young. You're too young. You had to be like at least 50 to remember Bosom Buddies. But that was Tom Hanks' breakout sitcom. Go back and watch that shit. It'll make sense now. Bosom.
Did you like his
Titties,
movie
titties. You got some
Bachelor
great
Party?
bosoms.
Bosoms, right?
Are those fake
Bosom.
bosoms?
Bosom.
Bosom.
I need a new bosom job. Remember how they used in the beginning they used to do titty jobs where they fucked up a lot. Bitches would go back, dude,
Yeah.
I got
Bad.
one titty looking up, one titty looking down. Bitches were pissed off like under the muscle or over the muscle. But now, dude, now they got titties down, dog. They look perfect.
Now they
look
make
like
them
they're
in ass
twins, dude. They can make it. I don't know if it's AI. Maybe it's AI. Maybe like a data center. It's like you guys are doing the titties all wrong.
And
But they got them down now. Oh shit, they got them. They're fucking perfect.
What about BBLs? I saw a guy with
Those
a
are
BBL.
old breast implants that they put in
Who,
your ass.
any ladies here have a BBL?
I'm not even sure what that
I'm gonna
is.
tell you
Is it
that.
big
Brazilian butt lift.
Why is it BBL? What is-
Brazilian butt lift, I believe.
Oh shit. Okay.
It's the chicks who look like they have Ninja Turtle shells on their asses.
Women
Hey,
out
nice
there.
ass tits, bitch.
Women out there. Fake titties. Guys accept fake titties. Guys do not accept fake ass. Fake ass.
Because it's not good
we
enough
don't.
yet.
We don't accept it. We don't
What?
accept it.
How long till it's good
Fake
enough?
ass is like that's a fucking deal breaker.
It just can't look
Is
like
it?
a Nazi helmet on your ass. That's the problem.
It does. Guys don't like that shit. That ass. Just do some squats. Go to the gym. Do fucking 50 squats a day, and you're good.
Man, did you guys expect BBL talk on the show tonight?
I didn't expect all this great BBL advice. Wait, now, what's your advice to a young clavicular who just got his botched nose surgery?
And he took, like, dude, that Epstein, clavicular, they all got this chin shit done where they take out part of their chin.
It's so
He's
weird.
Maximizing his look.
And now he looks.
You ever do
Now
that?
he's called Panama
Koreans
Pete.
do that all the time. It's like normal. It's like
Yeah.
every Korean goes through like it's like a face change.
Yeah.
They fix the eyes. They fix the
grind,
eyes.
They pull the skin off and grind the jaws and grind the cheekbones and change the fucking structure of the skull right here. And they have like a full deal. You can get all that shit, or you could just get the jaw. Maybe your cheekbones are fine, but you get the whole fucking thing. It's like $1,500. It's crazy. Maybe not $1,500, but in Tijuana, you go to Tijuana, you can get that shit for $800.
Are you telling me for $1,500 I can K-pop max my looks?
Yeah,
They all
I
look.
would
Isn't that
love
crazy?
that,
They all look the
dude.
same. They all
I
look.
would
They're all
love
doing
that.
the exact same surgery. They all look the same.
Well,
It's
listen,
crazy.
South Korea is just North Korea with lights. It's not.
Dude, how
I'll tell you it is.
many? Dude, there's in the future. There's gonna be like 80% grandmas look better than their fucking
No, their
kids.
suicide rate is higher than North Korea's.
No way.
Really?
Remember when they would show you the map and one's like completely black at night and one's all lit up?
Yeah.
And we were like, ew, you guys get healthy sleep at night? Losers. We bombarded by casino rays. The mark of success.
Do you remember that Chinese or the North Korean chick that was on Joe Rogan's podcast?
Yeah.
The one with the tits? The one with the
Do
tits?
you ever think like
Yeah,
maybe
she
like
got
what's
it,
up?
yeah.
Like what's going on here? Like they're like
You think
she's
she got
talking about-
CIA titties? I
don't
thought that,
know,
yeah.
I don't know.
I
don't
love-
know.
I
They
love-
let her talk, and then she was talking about in North Korea they have to collect shit.
And eat it type of shit.
No, collect shit to
What?
make to buy bread.
Wait, were you
They
guys
go-
watching
they-
the same documentary?
She's on Joe Rogan's podcast saying they gotta collect their like.
Because they use it for
That was
fuel.
the
They use it for
family
fuel.
years
Yeah,
ago.
she said some shit like that.
Could
Well,
that be
I
true?
love that they let the hottest North Korean out. Like everyone's not watching her 24 hours and being like, don't let her run. She's the only one keeping me alive right now. How
Yeah,
does she get out?
I don't know what's going on with none of like all that. Like how's what's going on with North Korea? They got like these people that sneak in and there's like nobody.
They got
else.
nuclear weapons, and then you'd never heard about them ever again. Remember, they're like, oh my God, they're going to have nukes any day now. Remember
Do
that?
they really? You ever see those videos where they show
Yes,
them like, oh,
yes.
North Korea launched missiles, and then they show like these dudes in white coats. They're like, and you look at the equipment, and you go, dude, that looks like 1942.
They're using Atari graphics.
They're looking like,
and shit.
look at that, look at their equipment.
Okay,
it looks like
listen.
shit.
Here's how
they
you
got
know-
nuclear bombs.
Yeah, here's how you know they do. We haven't tried a regime change there for quite some time. That's how
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's
That's
going
the
on in
only
North
reason
Korea.
we don't keep trying to overthrow a place that we want to overthrow.
Well, it's also a shithole.
They're from the axis of evil. Remember
Did
the
I just
axis?
get shush on my own show?
I'm going to forget what I'm getting at.
Oh, my bad. I'll shut up.
The axis of evil. Remember how serious that was? Remember we sent Seth Rogen and James Franco to kill the guy?
That's
But
exactly
how
what I'm
serious.
saying. That's exactly what I'm
And
saying.
then what happened? They got nukes, and then my memory goes blank.
They hacked
And
Sony.
then when I came to, we couldn't remember if women or dudes have dicks. So I don't know what happened. There's a blank spot, and then an argument about if women have cocks or not for about 10 years straight. So you tell me what happened.
Okay.
It was a big deal. All of a sudden, never came up ever again.
Well,
And
that's
all I could
everything.
do was wonder, what the fuck women have in their pants? Is it a... We may never know.
We may never
Let me
know.
tell you the disclosure we'll never get.
Now, the question is
What a
when you
woman
bring a
is.
chick home, Kurt, and you take her pants off, and it's a dick, are you more upset when it's a really big dick and now your girlfriend has a bigger dick than you? Or are you like, oh, it's a tiny dick, I could work with this? Like, what are you doing?
Oh man, that's like...
You could just not hit
that's
it.
why what's the sound of one hand clapping, you know? I don't have an answer, I just think about it all day long.
These are the important questions. So,
You know how hard? I swear to God, one night I drank a whole fucking bottle of wine by myself, and I'm like,
wine
What?
drunk.
You're such a bitch.
and I'm like, and I
And he
swear to
has
God,
cats, dude. I want a fucking girl.
I have a lot of cats,
Oh my God, you're such
and
a
I
fat
thought
bitch.
I never kept up with dick technology before.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know where
didn't know
are
about
they?
penis whitening,
Where
right?
where are they with? Because dudes that are confused, they'll chop their dick off, but the doctors will say, "Yo, if you change your mind, we'll build you another dick."
What?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You telling me someone's making promises like that out there? God, don't go to that.
Have
doctor.
you seen? You know they're in the process of trying to make dicks. You know this.
Yo, I bet it's like that Bill Gates 3D printed
Dude.
You don't get it.
And-
That would be disappointing.
Dude,
Yeah.
people worry about AI. People worry about AI. Oh, AI is gonna take over. AI ain't gonna take over shit. They go, oh, AI writes music and lyrics. Kids write lyrics. That ain't shit. That ain't
Yeah,
shit.
it already wasn't.
AI has no idea how to put together a fucking dick. No, you could, those data centers, you could link 100 of those data centers together. Go to Google. I Googled it. I was scared. I go, they're going to get me on the Google history. Because I'm like, I didn't know what it looked like. Where are they at? Where are they at with dick technology? And I said, fuck, I'm going to go to
Who's
DuckDuck.
they?
I'm going to go to DuckDuckGo. The people,
I use that too.
the scientists building dicks.
I turn on my surf show.
And I'm like, so I went on DuckDuckGo. Very important. And I'm like, fucking transgender dick. And I was like, damn.
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah, like rebuilding dicks. The people
Just
that change
go
their
down.
mind,
How bad was
they
it?
rebuild their dick. If they look like white potatoes, they don't even work.
Wait,
They
are you talking about the ones?
They look like Epstein dicks.
Dude.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
they are so
Eggs.
not close to mastering. It's easier to land a man on Pluto than it is to build a dick. It's so hard. Building dicks is fucking hard as shit. Building pussies, that's easy. They make that shit. To make a dick, it costs $250K.
That works.
And it doesn't even work. No, it doesn't work. There's no veins. You don't see veins. No helmet. No like, I like the elephant trunk. You're European. You're from Estonia. They can't even, they're so far. That's the hardest thing. The fucking uncircumcised. The AI is baffled.
Wait a minute.
There's too many
Estonia.
veins. AI, you ask ChatGPT and they go, it's too many veins. It's too many veins. AI comes back with that. They're not close, so don't worry about AI. We're fine. They're so
You
far
can
away.
sleep at night now, folks. You can sleep at night.
You can make a pussy. Pussies are easy. Dicks cost $250K.
Hey,
Pussy, you get a
said
pussy
that
for
once, he said it
3K. You can get a
1,000
pussy for 3K. You take an X-Acto knife.
Look. I think Robert Louis Stevenson said it best. Only God can make a tree. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I hate to stop the hot fake dick talk going on right now, but I wanted to take 10
AI
quick
ain't shit. That's it. AI ain't shit. That's all.
That's
AI
a
ain't
fucking
shit.
nice button on that, okay? Let's get into, we have a microphone over here. We're going to have 10, the hot dick talk took a little, was like, I couldn't stop that. Jump on my my mailing list if you want to get updates on the latest dick technology, okay? Go samtripoli.com. We'll keep you informed.
Look, we're
so
bringing
here's
back
what's going to
the
happen.
draft.
Hold on. So I want like 3 people. Any 3 people who ever get over here, we're going to ask 3 questions from the crowd. If you come over here, this proud boy, he's going to the bathroom or he's asking a question. Okay. All right, here we go. We got 3 people, 10 minutes of quick questions. Go first. First up, who's first? Yeah, okay, bring him the microphone. You got like a minute to ask a question, we'll answer it. No, he can hold it. They're not going to go. Okay, go on.
Hey, so when's the fake alien invasion gonna happen?
When is the fake alien invasion?
It seems like they're trying to do it now. It seems like they're going for it every day. There's a new video.
Is it before the end of summer?
I don't know.
I'm waiting.
But
for
it
that
looks
shit.
like soon. That's
Waiting for that shit to pop off.
It's gonna go off. I was hoping they were gonna do it at the UFC, like bring a Mothership hologram and just like
I
blow
wanted that
motherfuckers.
so
there's
bad.
that psychic saying that it's gonna happen at the
World Cup.
Yeah, the World
I know the World Cup. Why not? Who's everybody watching?
I would
that shit.
green light that. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that shit to
It would be
pop
great
off.
if it was during Japan versus Korea and you don't even know it's aliens. You just think they're other Japanese and Korean players.
Fucking
All right, dude. Thank you, dude. Thank you. That's a handball. Oh, that's an alien. Come up next.
Oh shit!
It is Klaus Schwab Jr.
What happened to your dad? We don't see him anymore. He disappeared. What happened to him?
Well, he is taking different position of Starlink. They are making digitalization of his brain so that he can rule in different dimensions.
Hey,
Awesome.
Eddie, this would be a good time to talk to somebody who can actually get some dick technology done.
Yeah, what's the latest with dick technology?
I'm so glad you asked. I remember Davos, the year 2000, and George H.W. Bush and his little retired future president son came. You remember this man? And I did some drugs with Hunter Biden. I woke up on Pentagram, for treaty. And Bridget Macron, her Macron came over, and she took it out, and it had like a drill on this. And she started shape-shifting into different lizard form for you. And then she inserts this between my asshole and my ball sack, right? Yes, and the drill went in, and it's bloop, bloop, bloop. She started laying eggs in there. And,
It was an ovipositor and not a penis.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So for 3 weeks, Trivoca, my stomach became expand from this. And later, I gave birth to egg, and I take care of this egg from the strands of Bridget Macron, and I keep it in incubation like a good patient. And then it makes spawning, really, and it tried to eat me on the way out. But and then 26 Jahre later, 26 years later, I see Nick Vance making, he was the baby, yes, it was.
Nick Fuentes was your baby.
Well, he's a little.
You heard it here, bro.
Okay, hold on a minute. Wait a goddamn minute.
No, you're gonna piss off.
You just okay. They might have bought this crap.
Do you know what?
However, I happen to just see Disclosure by Steven Spielberg, and I know that you just repeated word for word the exact speech the chick says at the end of the movie. It's called plagiarism. It's against the law.
He wrote it. He wrote it.
What's
He
going
wrote
on?
it.
We
She
were
says it in the exact same accent. The news lady.
leaking the information for you from different forms, yes?
That's how she's done it.
What's going on? Is Trump blackmailed by Netanyahu?
Which one?
No, can you talk about the blackmail? What happened?
Yes, there's different operations. So there's a few different Trumps that we use for this, and they all have different blackmail. It's like which one went to Epstein Island, which one made the murder of the puppy, which one, made the sex change technology. It's like which one did what operation, So sometimes they're more orange, sometimes less. It's very confusing.
That's standard trade craft.
How many Bidens were there? How many Bidens?
Joe Biden, he died right before the election, so they make installation of some kind of humanoid robot, and he would get lost. He would be walking around the White House. So he likes little girl hair, so we make little girl like hair cigarette, and that was the only way to get him back into the White House to say the bullshit on the teleprompter.
What about Iran? Is the war really over, or is it going to keep going on?
It is everything's negotiation. I will destroy you, or my petrodollar will go bankrupt, or I will suck your dick, or I will make blackmails of you. It's like negotiation. I will put a lizard baby egg in your belly time for a treaty. Like just negotiation.
Hey, what did your dad Klaus do that was so unethical that they booted him out of his position?
Exactly. Thank you.
Guys, give it up for Klaus Schwab Jr.
I could do that all night.
Normally I don't like these Nepo babies, but Klaus Schwab Jr. really brings
He really
quality.
brings it. Can we have another question here? We got 5 minutes, and then we're going to do Mount Crushmore.
How do you follow that?
You just do, Duck Dynasty. You just do.
Yeah. Maybe you start by accepting gays as your equal.
Say it again.
Soul Joe's in the house.
Yes, dude. There we go, dude. I love you, buddy. I'm glad you're here.
Okay, what are your guys' thoughts on maybe them forcing the end times prophecy?
Lube it up first. Come on.
Well, I think it's a total theater production of bullshit, and it's like these old guys are they're like, I'm 80, come on, bring it on. That was my Jewish accent, by the way. Which told Johnny, you do your Jewish voice. Be like,
I'm 80, come on. Now you bring on the
Oh my God, I feel like I'm back in New York City in the sewers right now. What was the Rebbe's question again?
he was.
Prophecies.
Let's give it up for Tunnel Jew, everybody. Tunnel Jew.
It's like a Shakespeare play, It's a summer stock.
He looks like a Tunnel Jew undercover right now, wanting to go talk to goys.
What? I should be dressing like a guy or something?
He's asking, do you believe that they're astroturfing the end of days?
I think they've probably done it 5 or 6 times.
Right, but they seem to think even if it's artificially done, it counts. Do you get what I'm saying?
I know.
Right, but why would they do it 5? What are you saying? They failed it 5 or 6 times? I see. Okay.
Rerunning the thing, hitting
until it works, right?
Work.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably more than once.
So, Jeremiah Skiba's up here.
Hey.
He did a lot of our slides. Let's give it up for him.
Jeremiah
News.
Skiba?
I will be at TruthCon November 7th in Dallas. He came on with his co-host Jake, and they were talking about this. You can sit down. Okay, switch. You're both Mexican. It doesn't matter. He was talking about in this one of the stories that didn't make it into the Bible about how there is a certain number of souls that once humanity reaches, that's when the judgment of Satan happens.
Oh, why didn't it make it into the final cut?
Because they are killing everybody off all the time. That makes
that
more.
book, the book.
The book, like the Book of Enoch.
Like, why
or
didn't it
something.
make it?
It killed the flow of the book. You know?
Yeah, it sounds like it kills the whole flow of the book.
Yeah, the Bible is meant to be fun and festive, and
I don't go in for this extended universe. I go the original George Lucas universe only. I don't believe in the Bible EU.
So what do you think? It's all made up? Well, I thought it was very interesting that someone said there's actually a battle over the third temple, that there's actually two factions fighting over where the third temple will be.
Well, this is some deep knowledge I'm going to give you right now, but the third temple is actually one of Trump's balls.
Really?
Three bald man.
It's going to cost $6 million to fix
I
those
can now
balls.
reveal this prophecy I was given earlier.
That isn't the ball that they're building? That is not their temple?
That's right.
I
Call
believe
it the
you.
ballroom.
The ballroom.
You sucked your own dick. I believe you.
balls.
Ball, yeah. So there's a battle between the old ones, the tunnel Jews, who want it in Israel, and then there's the tech bros who want it to be
The above ground Jews, yes.
Yes, well, they're the ones who want to bring the whole surveillance system. AJs versus
You know this.
TJs, okay? That's the battle right now. The AJs above Jews versus the TJs.
Have you heard their line about the tunnels? By the way, they're like, we were just expanding the church. The church. This was their whole line
I
about
think
it.
they're trying to tunnel to the mikveh bath, you know, where they go to wash
Yeah.
their unclean period.
Yeah.
There's like a Porky's situation.
Well, what about all those Jewish girls they found? They found. Say it again. We didn't hear it. Say it again.
I think that the ritual mikveh bath for when you're on for women are on their pyramid.
On their pyramid?
You know, when these broads get on their dirty pyramids and they gotta go take a ritual bath. I'm not Jewish. I was telling you about it. It's a beautiful faith. They go and they take a mikveh, and the fellas
And they power wash it.
They're digging a tunnel so they could dig it and go carve a little hole and look at the mikveh like a Porky's type situation.
Like reverse glory
Have you
holes.
seen Porky's or not?
Yes, I have. I miss it.
Have you seen the VHS case for Porky's at least?
Yes.
Which is an eye looking through a fucking mikveh
Yes.
hole. Or shower, as you go ahead and call it.
Yes. Goy is the new slur. I love it, dude. We finally, white people, you have your N-word.
You guys gotta get... No!
Thank you.
Yes.
No, but that's the thing. You guys don't get mad. When someone
Yeah.
calls you Goy, you guys take it. You gotta get mad. Like, no, don't call me that.
No, because
And then we'll like not want to call you that.
It's a blessing and a curse.
because we're educated. That's why we don't get mad.
No, you'd get mad. You'd get mad if, like, you know, a
Okay,
hardcore.
guys. Remember that when you're at a Waffle House and be like, oh, Sam was right. Sam was right. Go.
If a dude with a yarmulke and with the curls on both sides, if he called you a goyim, would you be offended?
Yeah.
Of course.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait,
We are-
would you, why? Because the hat?
No, because
big
the
hat is like
ball.
the big-
Is goyim like just white
Yeah.
people or every non-Jew? What's
Okay, can I tell you
every
the answer?
non-Jew?
It's real easy. You don't have the curls, but pretend you did.
Yeah.
And you call me a goy.
Hey,
Hey, shut up.
You
Good.
fucking goy.
Shut up, goof troop.
That shit cut like a knife, dude.
Goy could hurt. But
Remember
is
Goof Troop? They
goy
look
all
like they have a
non-Jewish
penis.
people or just white people?
Cattle.
No, it's
Everybody,
all-
you're not
all
Jewish. You're Goyim.
Oh,
yeah.
so I'm goy.
You're Goyim.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
Goyim.
shit.
You're a fucking
Most
goy.
people here Goyim.
That depends how much ham you got on that fucking bologna stick. We'll see how goy you are.
I'm Mexican, bro. There's no way
This
I'm
guy's got
Goyim. I'm definitely Goyim,
snuffleupagus
dog. I'm
down there,
Goyim.
dude.
There's
You
no
tell
way
me
they're
that
letting
you're-
me in, dog.
Yeah, at rest, your dick looks like a wasp nest. That's what. Yo, my girlfriend said that.
It looks like a Timu wasp nest. That's what,
What
it
do you
looks
call
like.
it?
Okay, Jenna goes,
Snuffleupagus?
Yeah, this guy's got snuffleupagus. Let's blame XG's parents here tonight that didn't want to cut his dick. Thank you, guys.
It feels better. You wouldn't know,
It's
but
like
it feels better.
You just told your mother your dick feels better. That's
does.
great.
Do gals ever just try to like knock it down with a hose when they see?
Ladies, when you every time you hook up with a guy for the first time, you pull the zipper down, you open the pants, and there's your Christmas gift. And you see a snuffleupagus, are you excited or scared? Are you like, oh my God, it's Candyland, or is it like a scene from like Predator and Alien where that thing's trying to impregnate you? Which one is it?
What if it's like staring into the face of Ari Shafir? Because I've been told.
His dick looked like the Amazing Racist. It was so hot. All right, guys, what do you guys think if we announce the new inductees to the Mount Crushmore? All right, let's start off with the original OGs, the guys who made it in the first 500. First of all, let's start off with Eddie Bravo!
Eddie.
And then our next one is Alex Jones. They're eating babies. They're eating babies. And then the next one is Isaac Weishaupt.
Oh.
Classic.
Weishaupt?
Yeah, he's a descendant of the guy who started the Illuminati. After that one, Matt LaCroix.
Ancient history. No one better.
Hey, dude, I am a descendant of Gilgamesh. We learned that. Armenians. Any Armos here besides me? Those fucking Turks got all of us, dude. And then the final one, he did one appearance before, and he got on Mount Crushmore. Santos Bonacci! All right, it's time to announce the next winners. Voted by the fans. We did not have any say in it. It was just you guys. These were your favorite episodes. Don't mean they're better than anybody's. Anybody on the show was great. But here we go. The first one up, the number one vote getters, the Nephilim Death Squad! Number one vote getter. Very proud of him. They went for it, dude. I love both those guys named after animals, Top Lobster and Raven. They have a great show. They're kind of, like Tinfoil Hat meets Legion of Skanks, and they're great. Next up is the one only Tony Merkel!
Oh, Merkel.
Merkel made...
I was just texting Merkel because that weird clown makeup guy in the front row at the roast battle.
Yeah, who was that guy?
I don't know.
I thought that was you in one of your characters.
No, I wouldn't show up at somebody else's show with fucking the Crow clown makeup and like a nice cowboy vest and hat and just sit there like this.
Did you ask him
It
who...
sucked the life out of the whole room.
Really?
I sent you the pictures. It's scary as hell. I sent it to Merkel. And Merkel was the only guy I could text that would know what I was talking about, and he did.
What was he talking about, Nephilim?
It looks like a fucking high wizard. I'm not going to get into it, but
okay,
Merkel knew.
But thanks for bringing it up and not wanting to talk about it.
That's why he's on Mount Crushmore. No, you gotta subscribe to Merkel to hear the good shit. You gotta pay up.
All right, are you guys ready for the next one? We're making history here. Here is
John
the
Travolta.
first ever female to make Mount Crushmore, Dr. Heather Lynn! Our first female inductee. And then finally, one of my favorite people on planet Earth. To know him is to love him. He's a supercomputer of conspiracies. One of the funniest comics I know. Kurt Metzger!
Oh, look at it. Oh, you got the crown. The crown of Byung.
Speech about
I don't know what this is.
Okay.
First time I've ever heard of it. It looks like a cool monument. I hope it's on top of some native... whose land do you take?
This was voted on the top 4. It ended up being 5 because of Nephilim Death Squad.
And what's great? Look at this. Instead of... Could you ever see the real one? Mount Rushmore?
Yep, I've heard of it.
See, I like how everybody's just next to each other. See, if you go see the real Mount Rushmore, they got them too close together. Like all of these presidents are mashed up dick to ass. It's fucking weird. And,
it's like the human centipede of fucking mountains.
Well, not Lincoln. There's a gap, so you got Washington like this, and then Jefferson's like right over his shoulder, and then Teddy Roosevelt is like a time skip. And Teddy Roosevelt's just like cuddled in like a little teddy bear.
Like he forced himself into the mountain.
And then they're like excluding Lincoln, who's just like a cuck over in the corner. And he's like, oh, what are you?
Do you ever hear he's a Rothschild?
Yeah, maybe.
Like these. Like him and Hitler were both Rothschilds.
I didn't hear that Hitler was, but I think you should.
You never heard that Hitler was a Rothschild?
No, it sounds like a song by.
Yeah, it's a country music song.
It's that Nancy Sinatra song.
My grandparents were Rothschilds, and now, anyways, I don't want to do a Holocaust joke right there. Dana's in the room. She's texting me notes.
You know
as
that
we
crown
speak.
gives me a bad rash on my head. I can't
What?
wear it. Because you're not supposed to let like actual bullets touch your skin like that.
Really?
Yeah, I learned that the hard way.
How long did it take you to heal, Wolverine?
I started wearing hats a lot more. Is what happened. It's healed up now, but I'm just telling you, be careful. I don't know what Sean Moon has, but I wish I could go to his bullet crown guy.
Well,
Sean Moon. The
so didn't a fan send you that, and you're like, it was shit?
Danny Jones's prop guy Todd, and Todd is sending
His
me.
prop guy, is that what you said?
Well, he makes all this shit.
Got a whole team. This fool's got a
Well,
whole
this
team.
dude Todd
That's
makes
a real
whatever you
podcast.
want. Todd can make whatever. And so he's sending me a great Kabbalah outfit that it's fucking batshit looking. I mean, it's like a cross between Snap, Crackle, and Pop, and like Renaissance. I based on a real Kabbalist. Oh, I can't wait to show up in that. There's no preparing you for it.
Sit in the front row, yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna go to that fucking whatever rodeo that fucking clown cowboy works at. Sit right up front while he's trying to not have his testicles crushed by a bull. Distract him. Piece of shit. Come on with my fucking show with clown makeup and not smile at me, motherfucker. What the fuck's wrong with you?
So let's see the final 10 who made it to the Mount Crushmore, everybody, voted on by you. There it is, the top 100 guests, the top 10 guests from the first 1000th episode. Guys, we did it. That was the episode. What'd you guys think? Are you just leaving?
I thought we're leaving.
All right.
Any thoughts, Eddie? Final thoughts on the last 1000th and whether we do another 1000?
I just hope the native peoples of that area look up at that and just know in their hearts they ain't never getting this land back. It's called land acknowledgement. It's your land that we took, and you're not ever getting it back. Amen.
I love that character, Shy Kurt Metzger. That's a fun character.
What?
Eddie,
Shy kid that sucks his own dick.
Yeah. I mean, we really are near a Highlander right now. Eddie, final thoughts?
Thank you guys for coming. Hopefully we don't all die in World War III, and we have many joyous days ahead of us. But who the fuck knows? I don't know what's going on. I'm not claiming to know shit. I don't know who's running the world. There's so many psyops going on. I don't know.
Hey,
shit.
whip out the bosoms. Am I?
I know what bosom is. Shit. Who
How do you say
doesn't
it?
know what bosom means?
Now you-
That's titties, dog.
Now you learned something. Kurt, final thoughts? Anything at all? Anything? What'd you say? Thank you. Let's give it up for the fucking fairy in the audience. My God, is Tinkerbell out there?
I thought they're psychopath because you can't therapy it away.
I love
is,
it.
yeah.
Good. Give it up
You're
for
right.
that lady who had the balls to say that. Thank you.
I hope you
we
find
all
it.
need a little more therapy.
Well, she's certainly not a qualified therapist because they tell you that wouldn't work.
Yeah. How do you know? She might be a therapist. She might be trying to get more work. Like, hey, there's a bunch of psychopaths in this crowd.
I'm just saying that therapy.
They're supposed to be
Let me
untreatable.
tell you two things you can't fix: foot fetish guy and a psychopath. Now, there's creeps out there that think that feet are like the tits of the legs. They exist. It's not
That's crazy.
conspiracy.
That's nuts. That
weird.
people
Now,
look
you
at.
can't. There ain't no conversion therapy for that. Hollow point's the only thing that can cure it. That's the therapy I got. Yo, a hobo complimented Jenna's feet like a month ago, and I pulled my Glock on him, dude. kill you if you compliment my
It's like
girl's
a
feet.
virus, right? Maybe that's the virus that they get us
Oh,
with.
you sick
No one's
fuck.
having sex anymore. We're just sucking on toes.
Because they think that you don't realize. They're like, oh, he's fine. He just said feet. I know what you're up to. Fucking prick.
Thank you for that final thought. Xavier, you've been on the show since a very long time. Final thoughts on the 1,000th episode.
Same team, baby. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe. For everybody watching at home, thank you for people watching here, and we'll see you guys for episode 2000. Let's kill it out. Yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you everybody for obviously without all of you, none of this shit would be happening. So we appreciate that, Sam. I just again want to thank you for bringing me into this crazy situation, and 500 more. Let's do it, man.
Let's do it.
Do it. That's right.
So, real quick, I want to thank a couple people. I want to thank Wise Wolf Gold and Silver. They've been sponsoring us forever. They make the show happen. I just go to samtripoli.gold and support that guy. Tony is one of the best, and he's stuck with us through everything. So, thank you very much. One more time, I give her a lot of shit, but I love her to death. I want to thank Dana Marshall.
Love you, Dana.
For keeping the train on the tracks. We love her very much. Sometimes she drives me nuts, but we're an old couple, and that's what old couples do. Without her, I wouldn't be here. Without her, this show wouldn't be happening. One more time for Dana Marshall. And I want to thank our friends from Backyard for helping us with the show. They help us, they help me feed my kids and keep the fucking lights on. And without them, I'd be fucking homeless and in jail because I would have the baby mama put me in jail for that. So give it up for Backyards for helping us. I love them very much, and I'm very appreciative of them. And one more time, I know I thanked them already, but I want to thank all the staff, everybody, Keno in the back, who fucking made this whole slideshow be able to happen. Thank you very much, Keno. Thank you to the staff at the Mothership. Thank you, Adam Egip, for always being kind to me, even when I was a tweaking retard. I want to thank Joe Rogan. I mean, Joe Rogan's constantly getting shit on the internet. He's one of the nicest guys out there. He's helped more people. The tree of Rogan is littered with...
I'll fucking chimp out or you go Rogan.
Yeah, I will too.
Fuck out.
I can't.
Say something about Rogan, motherfucker.
Joe Rogan saved my life, and I'm very thankful that he was nice enough for us to celebrate our thing. So final thank you. Thank you, Jesus Christ. Thank you. Thank you to my mother and father for not giving up on me when I got when I flunked first grade. And I want to say finally, thank you to the Swarm for always fucking being there. It's almost 10 years old. You guys changed my life. Without you, I wouldn't be here. Without you guys, I'd just be talking to myself. I love everybody on stage. I love everybody in the audience. We're going to be out there meeting everybody. I love you all very much. God bless and take care. Here's to another 1,000 episodes. Thank you guys very much. Thank you guys very much. We love you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thanks for coming, everybody. Take care.
The tinfoil hat. We go deep, homeboy. Aaron, open your mind. Drink from the fountain of knowledge. There's lizard people everywhere. That's some interdimensional shit. Wake up, Aaron.
This is only the